Hey, everybody. It's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie. And today I'm going to be doing a flip through of this gargantuan journal. And it is gargantuan and it has lovely stuff hanging all off of it. And y'all love this journal so much. And then I'll also show you the new journal that I've actually already started working in and some other journals that kind of go along with that collection. So, first, I wanted to say, y'all, thank you all for hanging in with me for all these months and stuff. Not that anything was bad, I just wanted to say thank you. Because we've been having a lot of fun over here on the channel and also in Junk Journal Buddies. Yeah, I'm drinking some water out of my nice little thermos thingy because I haven't drank any water today. Y'all, it is cold here for us here in Florida, but you know, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. I still got to drink me some cold water. And I just wanted to say hello to all of those of you that are in the chat already. Hello, Nettie, and also Creative Nana. Hey, Sheila. Thanks for joining us. And also Barb. And let's see who else we got here. Penny is here already. And also Rachel at Scrap Craftastic. Hey. And hello there. Hello there. Okay, so if you are coming on the replay, just know that this is being recorded via a live chat. So I'm going to be probably chit-chatting with my buddies. And I know there's a lot of pages to go through, so I'm going to try not to be too chatty on this. When I did the December journal, it was like this too. And it took me a while. But I'm gonna try to just kind of flip through and not talk about it so much. That's gonna be kind of hard for me. I don't know if I could do it. I'm not making no promises. But if you love junk journal stuff like we do, then you want to make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos like this one come out, because we're still junk journaling even though this one is finished. And also, please give this video a like. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And we're going to try to get this video to 1,000 likes. And if you're coming on the replay, I would love to know if you saw a favorite part in this journal. So you can leave a comment below for that. Hello, Kathy. I'm glad you're here. All right. So without further ado, if you've never met the Woman Overboard journal, this is it. So you can actually find some of the processing videos for the pages. And when I made this there is a whole series on the YouTube channel for this particular journal. So if you put in Liz for a day, how to make a journal, this was made in 2019. So I actually have two series that show you how to make a journal, and this is one of them. And you can see more processing videos over at the Patreon channel. So you can head over to patreon.com/Liz for a day. And then you can see even more processing videos over there for this journal, because I think there's over 30 processing videos over there, but I actually started on this before I even went over to Patreon. So this was made from a book that I got from a thrift store. I actually busted out the spine and I made a new spine for this. And I made it with some fabric that I had. It was like some upholstery fabric. It was quite lovely. And you can see I did a little bit of sewing, but I actually really just left the cover mostly blank. I didn't do too much to it at all. So you can see you could take a book and you can really make it beautiful. I wanted to expand the spine of it because the spine was quite small. And I didn't do anything else to it, and it's just really simple, and I don't intend to do anything else to it. Now keep in mind, the reason why I stopped using this journal is because it's just too big to record on here, but I still have a few spaces and places that I can actually do some journaling in here. And so what I'm going to do is still continue to kind of go back in here and still do a spot of journaling. I did some right before I actually came on here. Yeah, these are the faux tags that you see hanging on the side, these little shiny things, and these are up in the shop as well. And we made some of these together too, so I showed you how to do that. And y'all, I love these faux tags, and some of them are kind of tucked in, but they are all hanging out. I decided I wanted to have lots of dangliness hanging out of this journal, and so I just put those on with like a ball pen, and then I have all kinds of tabs and fabrics and things hanging out because that's just my style. Because when you're doing a journal, you want to just kind of find things that are your style to develop your style. So you can see it's just chunky. I didn't put a closure on here. I could still wrap it and put a closure, but I don't know. Okay, so anyway, this has 3 signatures in it. And I think if I did this, if I made a journal like this again, I would do maybe more signatures and less pages for sure, because it was just can't turn out to be too many pages for my style journal, because I like stuffing things in. Okay, so Nettie asked, are the faux glass tags made from milk jugs? And the answer is no. All right, so on the inside of the covers, I put like some fabric, some book fabric on the back that I made, and you can see all that in the videos on how I made this. So you'll see that's the front, and this is the back here, and the construction of this was like on point. I was really happy with it. And in front of each one of the signatures, I put in some vellum, because that's kind of my style. I like putting vellum in there I like putting vellum in there because I feel like it adds a little touch of class to my books. And in this book, I used a variety of different papers. I used some designer papers. I used music sheets, new, old, encyclopedia sheets, all kinds of stuff. And of course, tons and tons and tons of junk, y'all. So I'm just going to kind of flip through here, and I might point out a few things. And if you all have any questions, you have to make sure that your questions are detailed, because by the time you ask the question, I'm probably 30 seconds ahead of you. So I'm not going to know exactly what your question was in reference to. Y'all know how we do it. So, and I'll also point out some of my favorite parts of some of these pages as well that I have. Let me see, I'm going to bring y'all down just a little bit. And I'm going to try not to be too wiggly on this. Let me see if I can. Wait, y'all, I'm going to pull this down. So, okay, there we go. So I hope that's going to be just a tad bit better for you all to see. And I use regular writing pages in here. We got some comic book strips. And y'all, I make tags out of everything. This was a soapbox, and I did some sewing on it and made a little fabric tab on there. And it's almost like a hidden pocket right here. This is a music page here. And of course, like I said, I load my pages up with tons of stuff. And I used paint, on the back of this particular page. This was from a magazine that I found, and this pocket also was from a magazine that I made into a pocket. So I Frankenstein 2 pieces together and did some sewing on it. And I just stuck a journal card inside with some of my journaling on it. Here's a pocket up here at the top. This was from some packaging. And then I had like some pretty florals. This is just regular paper I glued in. And this was from some packaging and some washi tape. Y'all know I love washi tape. Oh, and the tag. We made these tags together. It's some collage tags. And I think these are up in the shop actually. The tags. And all you have to do is punch a hole in it and put your little string in there. And I also have some Happy Meal stuff in here as well. So this little piece right here was some Happy Meal, and y'all don't remember who gave it to me. And it just has this little tag on the inside. Isn't that pretty? It was made from an index card. That is so stinking cute, y'all. I had to make sure I put this in here. So I always try to use the Happy Mail that I have in my journals that I get, because they are so lovely. And here is a pocket. And this was just, I was testing some pens on some black cardstock, and I like the way it looks, so I stuck it in here. And that's a journaling spot that I sewed around there. Got a little margarita strip here from some trash. And then these are from my Scrabble piece digital kit. So I put like the letters on and made some paper clips. Y'all love my Kool-Aid packet there. Trash. And then this was also some Happy Mail that I got. Did I glue this on? Oh yeah, it's glued on. And I'm not going to take it all apart, but there's a pocket behind here, but there's no pocket. Nothing in the pocket. Y'all need to slow down, I'm talking too fast. And then I have some journaling spots over here with some dictionary page, some colored dictionary page, some washi tape. And of course that's from a magazine, and we have some comic strips, and this was some deli paper that I stamped on and I balled it up and then I put it on here. And on the inside of here is some post-it notes that I use for journaling spots, and also a guest check. And I have guest checks up in the shop as well. Have pink ones and green ones. And then we made these journaling spots together. I used all those journaling spots, y'all, that we made together. So hello there, Rose. Thank you for loving this cover. I know I didn't say hi a little bit earlier. And then also, hey, Brenda and Wendy, thanks for joining me. And then I also made some marquees for some of the movies that I went to see. And I made a flip out here. And this is from the Valentine's digital kit here. Isn't that pretty? And all I had to do was like paste it in and write on it. And it looks like it has stitching on it, but this is actually from the digital kit. So that is a stinking cute too. Y'all almost be saying that a lot. I like all the cuteness. And then this was from a Yahtzee scorecard, and I just cut it up into some pieces and did some journaling on it. Some more movies that me and my family went to see. Happy Mail. Here's a journal spot. Haven't written anything on it yet. A parking permit. Y'all, you can find like beauty in anything. I got this parking permit at a hotel when I went to Virginia to take Slim home. And then this is another part of that yoga scorecards. You can use scorecards inside of your journaling. So Wendy asked, when did I start journaling? I started journaling probably about, I'm going to say it hasn't been that long. I've only been journaling for maybe 2.5 to 3 years. And I immediately started putting it up on my channel when I started journaling. So these don't have anything in them yet, but they will. Because I just took this piece of paper and took it out the trash and tore it and did some squigglies around it and wrote my journaling on it. So you don't have to be an expert to do something like this. This is just a guest check that I sewed around and did some journaling on. Oh, y'all got to quit moving this book so much. Here's a tag that we made together in the pocket. And hello, Rose from Canada. And then here is another little journal spot that I made. And this is from my digital kit from the fabric faux pockets. And I did some sewing around these. These were some tearaway cards that came from the they came out of one of the cardstock books. And then this was a Happy Mail that I got, a cluster, and I put it in here as a tuck spot. And this is actually a pattern envelope. and I actually used this to house a obituary. There's an obituary for a friend that passed away this year, and I wanted it to be in my book, but I didn't want to look at it every time I opened it up. But if I do, I can just, there's a pocket right here at the top, and I can go in and look at the obituary. And I love this pattern. It is so stinking cute. I told y'all gonna keep hearing that. Oh, Fab Crafts, Wendy at Fab Crafts asked what she meant to say was, when did I start this journal? You know what? That's a good question, and I can tell you. Let's see. Let's look it up real quick and see when I started. I'm saying real quick, but you know, I don't know how quick it's gonna be for me to look it up. Let me see. Y'all hold on. This is a good way to test the search, maybe, because you know, it might just bring my own stuff up. Let's see if it's gonna give me some information that we could use. I think I made this one. Actually, I think I started this one around May of last year. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Y'all, it did not come up like I wanted to. Let me see. 2019. I'm pretty sure. And then I think I started working on it over the summer. Y'all, you might hear my video start going. Hold up. I'm going to try to stop it. Let's see. April. I made this in April of 2019. So I hope that answers your question. I think I stopped that video. I don't want it to make any noise. All right. Anywho. Yeah, the pattern envelope is very, very nice. Oh, Brenda says that she writes the date inside of the journal when she actually started it. And I intend to go back and write a little bit and put it in the front about this journal. I just haven't done it yet. So that's a very good idea, to write the date when you start it and when you finish. But I'm not exactly finished with this journal yet. But you all probably won't see it again. I have just a few more. I still have lots of spots I can write on. This is just a altered playing card. It's just a card that I wrote on the back. Here's another journal spot that I have yet to write on. And that just flips up. And this was a kind of cool page, so I had this tied here to kind of hold these pieces down. And if you flip these up, then you can see like all of the writing there. I painted this page. It was white. So in all of my books, you all, none of my pages are white, because I have an aversion to white pages. But when I start the book out, it could be white, because mostly all the pages are covered by the time I get done anyway. You thought I whipped this up in January, girl? No, you mean January 2019? Because there's a lot of stuff done in this journal. This is my journal. All right, and this is a paper clip, and it's just holding on the journal spot here. And these were some images out of Daphne's diary, and I wanted to use some of the imagery in my books on those. Y'all, and I love using tags. So this is stuff that was going to go to the trash. This came off of some of Slim's clothing. This paper right here actually was junk mail, and then I wrote on it and did some doodling. I also made it into a pocket, so I have a journal spot. I just took a note page and just wrote on it and shoved it in the pocket. And then this was just some acetate. No, not acetate. This was lamination. I laminated some stuff in here and sewed around it. And that's a paper clip at the top. Oh, yeah, this is a pocket here. See, this is a piece of that score page here. And I just glued some paper on here, and it's actually from a note page. Stuck it in the pocket. Hey, Deborah. Well, welcome. Deborah says she's new. Y'all welcome Deborah to the chat. Hey, Veronica. All right, here's another pocket here. Y'all look at these wonderful tabs. I love these tabs in here. Oh, I didn't show y'all. I actually painted on the back of this, and then I did some stamping. I think we did this together, but I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember so much stuff in this book. And then this was actually some soup that I made, some noodles that I made, and this came from the chopsticks that are here that you see. And I put some seaweed on the top of this because I like the seaweed snacks in my soup. And so I used some of the packaging here, and I made a pocket, and I just stuck a tag in here. And this is what the tag looks like. Haven't written on that just yet. Hey, Livies, how you doing, fam? And then this is a birthday card. Actually, I could take this loose, but I'm not. And I could open it up, and I could read the card. But there's also a pocket here, but there's nothing inside of the pocket. It's kind of a tuck spot, rather. And then we have the end of the signature. So it's the end of the first signature. And these were images from the Daphne's Diary magazine as well. I just cut them out kind of willy-nilly and sewed around them. And then these were some of the clusters that we made last week. And I just stapled them in here. Nothing special. And then I just made a few little journal spots. Anything that has lines on it or some paper that I'm going to throw away, it's fair game for a journal spot. So hello, Robin. Thanks for joining us. Y'all see, I made this a journal spot. This is one of those from a notepad that you use at work when somebody's out and you want to write them a note when somebody calls. Those make good journaling spots as well. So this is the beginning of the second signature. And then these are some more of the Daphne's Diary images. I just love the way they looked. And I wanted to keep what type of flower it was. And I'm glad I did that because it came out so good. And then these are just some pictures from the summertime when Slim was here. And they're flip ups. And my intention was to put something under here. But you know, sometimes everything is just not going to be covered, you know. What's the base of the journal? What do you mean, Wendy? What's the base? It's a book. If that's what you mean. This was actually an actual book that I made this out of. And if you put in Liz for a Day in the YouTube search and put how to make a junk journal 2019, then you'll see how I made this book. If that's what you mean, what's the base of the book? All right, let's continue on here. See, this was a white page, and this is a page that survived. I didn't paint over it or anything like that. I made a journal spot out of this. This is just that crumpled up, deli paper that I stamped on, and then I sewed on some ledger paper that I made a journal spot out of. So y'all, it's gonna take me forever, I could tell. So here's a little note card that I made. I made these a long time ago with you all. And this is just a paper clip up here made from some claim checks. I have those in the shop as well. Here's another paper clip also. So fam asked for the laminated tag, did it slip around when I sewed on it? And the answer is no. I didn't have any issues with sewing on the laminated tag at all. The whippersnapper, which for you all that don't know, the whippersnapper is the SQ9185 Brother computerized sewing machine. I had absolutely no problems sewing on that. Y'all, this is one of my favorite pages right here because I love all the reds and stuff. And these were just some post-it notes that I cut in half. And I used those for journaling spots. And I sewed around these pictures. They're nothing ordinary. These I did print on photo paper, but y'all don't have to use photo paper. You can use regular paper. And if you have a good printer, it should come out pretty good. I also used like some page flags, post-it notes, and I glued those down and did some journaling on those. And they all have like just a little bit of fabric on them, because y'all know I like some of my fabrics. Oh, Fab Crafts and More, that's Wendy. She says she never knew about the Daphne's Diary. Yeah, I have one Daphne's Diary, I think, that I bought in 2018, and I'm still kind of using things out of it. And it's just really a magazine that it's not really made for you to tear stuff out of, but it has like really beautiful images and things that you can use. So that's a good source. It is an exported magazine, so it's expensive, and it comes out quarterly. And you can pick those up at Michael's or Joann's. Woo! Brenda said they're getting ready to get some freezing rain. Okay, continuing on. So this one I have like a little tag in here, and I made a collage of some junk mail. Y'all, this was all junk mail except for this piece of post-it note, and I sewed everything together and made like a tuck spot, and I put this tag that I've had since the beginning of time. Now, hold on, I don't feel like this is focused right. Okay, that's a little bit better. And I put this in here, and then these also came from a magazine that had a stamp magazine. Here's another collage that I made. It actually has two collages on this page. Here's another one. This is another one of my favorite pages because I love all the blues. Everything just happened to work out blue. And then this was an old calendar that I used as a journal spot because I love using calendars. So Veronica says she's almost done with her personal journal, and she's been working in it for 3 months. Yeah, it took me a while to go through this one, but I'm going through them faster now, so. Yeah, I'm just reading through the chat real quick. Yeah, the Daphne's Diaries are very easy to find. You get also, sometimes people will sell them on Amazon as well, so you can pick them up there too. You could get like older copies if you wanted them. All right, y'all, here's some, just some envelopes that I made, and these don't have anything in them at this time. Put you back down in there. And this is actually a tuck spot down here at the bottom with some a scrap stack that I did. And these just have like some tags on it. And the base of this page was the atlas page, so I didn't cover it up too much, and it's quite beautiful. I made some pockets over on this side and a little bitty tag. This is from the Guest Checks digital kit. I use lots of those, y'all. This is a paper clip right here. There's a pocket down here too. Look at that cute paper clip. That little doggy paper clip. He's so cute. I love him so much. And this paper was like old ledger paper, and it's really crinkly and about to fall apart. But once I put things on it, it kind of gave it some stability. I put a little tab at the top and some pictures and stuff. And this side, I just added some pieces of paper. And this was on the back of an encyclopedia page as well. And of course, lots of magazine pieces that I sewed around. We have some stamps here, a little doggy and a kitty cat there. Kitty, kitty, cat, cat. Made a pocket over here on this side. Y'all, here's some journals. That's upside down. There we go. Got some journals in there. And a pocket with nothing in it. And some more journal spots. A little tuck spot here. And then we have a belly band here on the back of some vellum This was junk and I just sewed around it, and I put some, this is like fabric washi tape. That stuff is a killer to store, but it's quite beautiful. And then this is just a flashcard that I did some writing around. And I did some writing around on this side too, and I added a cluster on this side, and it kind of holds the card up. I stuck that in there. Ooh, what's going on here? Who's calling me? Y'all don't be calling me during no live stream. What y'all talk about? Unless it's my mama, I'm not answering that. So Fam said, are the pockets there cut aparts? When you say there, I don't know where you're at, because remember, I am 30 seconds ahead of you. So if you're talking about, like, this pocket is a cut apart from a cardstock book. So I think that's what you're talking about. And these, yes, these are cut aparts. Y'all, this paper just tore. Just as I was talking about it being fragile. Look, it came out. But that's okay, because y'all know what I could do. Washi tape it back in. That's not an issue. All right, and then we have, this was some watercolor painting that I did on a paper, and I just cut it into a belly band. Then we have a journal spot, again, with some fabric on it. And I did a cluster, and I just stuck it in the middle for some decoration. And this page, I didn't put anything on because I think I answered your question, Fam, I think. I like the kids pages. I like all the colors and stuff on. Actually, I did put something on it because I put some flowers down here on the bottom. And y'all, is this sewn on? I think I did sew this little piece of fabric on because I like fabric. I just like fabric like that. So this side is also blank too. Oh, stick it in an empty pocket. I can stick it behind the belly band too. I don't think I have a pocket that's big enough for this because it has a tab at the top. Oh, but you know what? I could stick it in this pocket right here. What a fantastic idea. Thank you, Tammy. Ta-ta! Fixed. All right. So let's continue on. And then this, I think, it wasn't tracing paper. I don't know what this paper was. It was like a really long piece of paper. And these are napkins. I put some this was one of the first things I did was I put some napkins on there. And I put a little journal spot there. And on this side, this is like from some of the photo ephemera over in the shop. This is from a magazine. This is from some, I think this is some washi tape that we made. And I think this is a reward over at the Patreon page. And then you can see lots of unfinishedness. I was going to put my TV shows that I was watching, but y'all see how that went. Hey, Miss Rodriguez. ¿Cómo estás, girl? ¿Cómo estás? And then this is a tag that came off of some luggage that my mom bought. And that's the back of it. Of course, you know, I zhuzhed it out and did some journaling on it. And this came from one of the ephemera kits over in the shop as well. And then we have like a Rolodex card. I used that for a journal spot. And this is part of the children's book page. And I just left it short. And I added some photos on there in a little tab. And then this was a little conversation that me and Fam had. Livy's Lovelies. I put this inside of my book. On the back of some vellum. This is a belly band as well. Got a paper clip there. And this page doesn't have anything on it just yet. And this was from a bullet journal that I purchased. And I just made it into a belly band. I did some sewing around it. And I just stuck this little paper on here for later. And put my paper clip back on. And this is another one of the first pages I did. Y'all, this is a paper clip too. Isn't that cute? My little paper clip girl. Okay, get back on here, paperclip girl. And put some buttons in here. And let's keep it going. Here's the other side of the paper. See, I need another pocket now. I might have another pocket to put this in. So this was actually part of that ledger paper too. So I'm just going to put this over to the side for now. I did some mixed media in here. I just did some words and just whatever. I was in a mixed media mood then. So I didn't put anything on this page, but it looks quite beautiful. It's the atlas page. And then we have a post-it note. We have magazine image there. And so Deborah says, this is very unique. Actually, you are the first person I've seen who actually writes a story of her life in their diary in their creations. Thanks for sharing. I'm enjoying show and tell. Oh, thanks, Deborah. Yeah, I love, you know what I like? I like the writing with everything else. It's like part of the artwork. And so I always want to, and the pictures and even the magazine images, they always remind me of stuff. And sometimes my intention is just to write just a smidge of something. And then my mind starts going and I start writing even more. So I end up with like long pages, like a long writing like this one. Oh, also in here, y'all, this is just from a hotel that I stayed at. It's the hotel key card. I always keep those and put those in pockets. And then here, this is again from a magazine. I made it into a journal card. I put some stickers on here. So I used the opportunity to use some of my letter stickers on here. So Fam says that she thinks the whole appeal for her is the writing and the creative aspects combined. So it actually serves a purpose. I agree with that because journaling can be very therapeutic, and even just the act of gluing something down could be therapeutic. So for some people, that's all they're going to do in their journals is just kind of just glue things down. And for others, the only thing that they're going to do is write in their journals. But I like the combination of both personally. I don't know, Fam. Fam says that she thinks that one day I'm going to go back and kind of look at the writing. I never go back and look at my writing. Now, for one thing, it will be hard for me to look at my writing because I write so sloppy. So that would be something else. Okay, so let me continue on and I'll read some more comments. So this is from some Happy Mail. And y'all always find like these free magazines at the health food store. And they always have like these beautiful fonts like this one here on the advertisements and on the pages. And this one says Purify Your Life. And I just cut it out and I didn't do anything to it and just stuck it in here. So that's a good place to kind of harvest some images, is some free magazines that you might find in some stores. And then this was a journal spot that we made together and it flips up. It doesn't have anything on the back yet. And this came from Daphne's Diary, another one of the images from Daphne's Diary. Then we have a flip up here. And my intention with this page was to put more pictures of Slim in here. That's a picture there of Slim, and I just haven't got to it yet. So, and then on this page, y'all, this is a not a post-it note, but it came from a notepad. I love that. I have used this notepad to death with this dress because I love this dress so much and I love writing on it. And this came out of a magazine, and Daphne's Diary. And then here is a belly band just made of a simple piece of fabric. And here is a journal card. I don't have anything on the back of that one just yet. Let's see if this will fit in here. Now we're getting ready to move some stuff around now. Dun, 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 dun. Ta-da! That's his new home now. And we'll stick this in here too. Why not? It'll be all together. It's gonna have some togetherness there. All right, and then here, this is from the guest checks that I made into a digital kit as well. And then we made these together too, some fabric tags from book pages, and I could write on the back of that. And that is the end of the second signature. Got an altered paper clip here on the side. And then we have this pretty vellum here as well. And y'all, this is a truly trash to treasures. I love this. These are like some deli slices, some vegan deli slices, because I eat mostly vegan and sometimes vegetarian. Every now and then I eat some meat. But for the most part, I try to eat vegan if I can. But, you know, it's not that serious for me. But I love this particular brand of, like, kind of cold cuts. And so I love the packaging. So I just did a whole bunch of stuff. I did kind of a little bit of artwork with the packaging itself. And this, by far, is probably my favorite page in this book. The Tofurkey page. And I did some journaling down here at the bottom. So there's no pockets or anything. I just glued everything down. And this came like from the side of the box. And this came from the side of the box. And I thought it was kind of cool. So I wanted to write about it. Oh, I said that was my favorite page. But I don't know. I kind of like this page too. This is my mom and my grandkids at the time. Because y'all know I have a new grandchild. So I have that's Slim and Boss Baby there, and my mom. And this page was white, and I painted it with some of my Dilutions paints. So that was kind of, I got my mixed media fix on with this one. And then this is a mini tag over here, and this is just a ribbon that I made into a pocket. And Penny sent me some cards in a Happy Mail, and I made a tag out of this one. And it says, "Thanks, Penny." See that? Thanks, Penny. And then I did some journaling on the back of it. See, that was back in November. So that's kind of cool. And y'all notice I don't have like a lot of lace in my book because I'm not really like a lacy kind of girl when it comes to my books. So I kind of make even the books that I sell that way. I don't like tons of lace hanging all over the place. It's just not my thing. It's not my aesthetic. So I don't really like to put a lot of lace in my books. So y'all, let me just look through the chat just a little bit. So Don says the journal is amazing. So creative. I can see where it took a long time. Yeah, it takes a long time because you can only do a few pages at a time, and you can see I got a ton of pages in here. So like I said at the beginning, I probably would put less pages in here because it's so full. And but I don't mind my journals being over full. It is okay with me. Nettie says she can read the words so it's not sloppy. And you know what? I don't mind if you read the words either. It is okay. It's nothing that serious in this journal. This is kind of my, I should call it like a positivity journal. Positive things are all in this journal. But for some people, putting bad things that happen to them in the journals is good therapy for them too. But for me, I just kind of write just a few little snippets of life in here. Hey, Marilyn, at Marilyn's Art Designs. It actually took me, I made the journal in April, but I don't think I started till like May. So it's been over 6 months since I've been working in this journal. So it did take a while, but I really started working on it every day, like in November or so. I would say if I was doing this journal again, it probably wouldn't take me as long. Because I do junk journaling almost every day over on the Patreon channel. I do a live stream in the morning, and usually it's doing junk journaling. Because I like to start my day in the morning doing some arting. Oh, and Fam just said something to that about me doing it in the mornings over on Patreon. Oh, Miss Rodriguez says she started her journal back in July and she feels bad that she hasn't finished. Girl, you can't compare yourself to other people because sometimes, remember, I probably have more time than most to work on my journal. And so you really can't compare yourself to me. And then I do a lot of junk journaling on here on the live stream and then as well over on the Patreon channel every day. So um, it's kind of, and it depends on how many pages you have in your journal as well. So you really can't compare. It's like comparing apples to oranges. So don't do that. Hey, Aaron, we're glad you made it here. And Penny told me I'm welcome for my package. I love that package. Ooh, she got another one coming. I can't wait. All right. So let's continue on and I'll come back to the chat, you all, because y'all know I could sit in the chat for a million years. All right. So this page, I really didn't want to put too much on this page. And so I didn't put anything on here. This was one of the original pages from the book. Because as you can see, this is Woman Overboard. Yeah, I don't know what this book was about. But the illustrations were amazing. And I was like, I want to keep that illustration. So I guess she was jumping in the water. She had some big feet, huh? So maybe I should write something about that on here. So I may go back and do that. Because y'all, I actually go back into some of my older journals. And if I'm going through and I say, hey, you know what? I need to put like some gold dots here. I'll go back in and put some gold dots. Because, you know, it ain't over even if the fat lady sings in these books. So this was made with a time card and I made it into a pocket. And this was some folders that we made. And the folder doesn't have anything in it, but it has like a little belly band here and a place where I can write. So I can go back in if I'm inclined to do so and put something in there. Y'all, making junk journals too it's like a great legacy for anybody that you're going to be leaving behind. So not to say I'm dying right now, but I will die eventually. And when I do, my kids can look back in these books too, because I have lots of things in here about my children and my grandchildren and my brothers and my mother and everything. So, and pictures as well, because you can use your junk journal as memory keeping too. So I don't have anything on this page right now, but y'all know music pages make terrific backgrounds for sure. And then here's another comic book page. And my mom gives me comic strips. In case you all haven't been following me, my mom gives me comic strips that kind of relate to my life. And they're pretty funny. And I usually stick them in my book. And this was just from a Pictionary card. And I want to say I painted this page, but I don't think so. I think it's some cardstock. And then this was, I went to the beach and I put like some layers of pictures here. And then behind it, it's a watercolor page with some washi tape at the top. And then I did a whole bunch of journaling about my beach day on there. These are just some post-it notes here, some washi tape. And this is made of a calendar because I love old calendars. And then this was from the Valentine's Day guest check digital kit that's up in the shop. And this is my next mammogram appointment. This is actually the appointment card that they gave me. It was so beautiful. I wanted to put it in my book. And then I have another card here I can write on. And then, oh, this was an invitation that I got for somebody's birthday, for my best friend Buddy's birthday. And then this was just like a little card that I got. It was an invitation to go to some Christmas event at a church. And I just liked the card and I picked it up and I turned it into a journal spot. It was just beautiful. So I wanted to turn it into a journal spot. And then I have a folder here, but there's nothing inside of there. And then here is a letter that I got from, let's see, from Sally when she sent me sent me a package. So thank you, Sally. I used a lot of her pieces already. And then this was some junk mail, and I turned the page inside out, or the envelope inside out, and Then I put like some fabric on and all kinds of stuff. It just came out really beautiful. And I stuck a guest check inside of here. And these are part of a digital kit as well. So let me look back at the chat real quick. I love you too, Penny Pen Pen. Yeah, Robin, this will be a great would be a great way to document things for sure. So this is good for you too. And Livy mentioned this, and I've mentioned it before. Is to write, like, if you don't have time to like decorate and stuff in your book, or glue things down, you can just take some little bits and pieces of paper with you and just write your snippets of things down, and then you just put them in your book later. So you don't have to. It's like a no stress way to do some journaling. So you don't have to have your whole book with you or take it with you. Just have like some post-it notes or some garbage paper, or something you're going to throw away, and just write on it and then take it with you. Yep. And Aaron says some great advice is to try to grab something from an event, to jar your memory and add to your journal. And that's what sometimes just some of the pieces that I get from magazines, and the images or the words, they spark memories, and that gives me something to write about as well. And I'm finding over time I'm getting better at recalling things and putting them down on the paper because of that. So it's almost like the more you do it, the better you get at it, for sure. And Robin says she uses washi tape and stickers. You can use anything. Yeah, I love the pieces of fabric too, Miss Rodriguez. I love using fabric. Even if I don't do anything with the fabric and just glue it on the page, sometimes that makes me happy. All right, fam. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for checking in with us. Fam has to go. All right, I'm going to show you the new journal in a few moments. I'm almost finished with this one to show you this one, Tammy. So just hold tight, and I'm going to show you the new one that I'm working in. Hello, Amy. We're glad you're here. All right, so let me continue on. We got a pocket here. Y'all, this was just a page that I watercolored on, and I just put it in the book. I cut it down and I put it in the book. And this was like a piece of a popcorn box, and I made it into a pocket. Here's another pocket on the back with a collage tag that we made together. Here's another collage tag that we made together. And this actually has a double pocket, but there's nothing in the pocket back here yet. I always say yet because sometimes I'm going to go back. And I have a big pocket. It doesn't have anything in it for now. And then this is another piece. Oh, it's glued down. This is another piece of Happy Mail that I got. This from Monica Miller. Thank you, Monica. I tried to put the notes in here. Let's see, where are we? Let's put this back on here. I know I got this from Jennifer Booth, and it's an altered paper clip. Got that in one of the swaps. And here's some more fabric that I just glued down to the page. I think I sewed this on this page, actually. Yeah, you can see the sewing on the back. And so this one doesn't have anything on it yet. This page right here was some trash that was, did some circles for some buttons, and behind it is some atlas pages, and this came from a magazine. It's that easy. And here I just did some watercoloring on these pages to make a journal spots. Nothing on there yet. This came from a napkin, and you can see there inside of a pocket. I even journal on the pocket sometimes. Oh, and I have another pocket here, and this is from the digital kit for the guest checks. And here's another note from Penny Pen Pen. I'll put that in here. And then this is when I went to, I think this is when me and Bobby went to the winery. And I kept it because we did like a wine tasting, and I wanted to remember which wines I like. So when I'm looking for wines, because this is in my area, I can pick the wines that I like. So I kept that. So I could always look back in this book and find it, y'all. Look at that stinking cute paper clip. I made that. I made that. And then we'll have a cluster up here with a little, it's a poem. I'm not going to read the poem to y'all. I'm not going to read the poem. All right, let's continue on. And I think, no, I didn't do this with y'all, but I think the process video is over here on the YouTube channel for this. And I love all the colors on this page. This right here is like just me. I love, love, love the colors. And, you know, I am not a color theorist or anything, but all the colors just came together for me. And I also, this gave me a chance to use like my letters, because I got a whole bunch of letters that I can use. So I put those in here too. And this picture, this picture, this picture, this picture, and this picture all came from Daphne's diary. So you can see it has like some wonderful images that you can use. And this piece that's around here, that came from Daphne's diary as well. All right, and this piece, I did some washi tape pages, let's just say that. And this is a pocket I did from book pages. This is from tag from laundry, from a luggage tag. And this is a washi tape. I love using my washi now to make like pages. So I covered up whatever it was. I don't remember what the page was originally. I just know I covered it up with washi tape. And then this may look familiar to you all if you are a part of the Junk Journal Buddies. And if you are not part of Junk Journal Buddies and you love junk journaling, you want to see more stuff like this, there are some terrific ideas being passed around over on the Facebook group. And the link is in the description below for Junk Journal Buddies. And this is the header. I actually took a picture of it and I made it like the cover art for our group. So when you open it up, it's just blank. I didn't want to cover up Mickey. That came from a vintage encyclopedia, Disney encyclopedia that I had. And this was a stamp, and I did some painting on it, and I just loved it. And I love just write. My intention was to write more words on here, and I may still do that. So let's close that. And then this was from a notepad, I'm sure, that Jennifer Booth sent me. And I just wrote on here some healthy things that, some things that were not healthy. And I just filled in the spaces here. And then over here on this, I used some paints here, some die cuts, lots of sewing. I love this page. Just a beautiful, beautiful. This is paint, y'all. Black paint, and then I used my white Uniball pen to write on it. And this is kind of scrapbooky as well, because I took the pictures and I kind of put them on, I put some cardstock behind them. And then I put the actual little hearts, and I put the hearts in different ways on here. So I love this page. Very mixed media-ish. And this was a lot of stuff that was going into the trash. And I just put some of the little Tim Holtz tiny words on here. And I just made that kind of like an art page, kind of like a filler page. It meant nothing to me. That's what I call filler pages. Pages that really don't mean anything. I just like looking at them. And this is a pocket right here, fabric pocket. Doesn't have anything in it just yet. And here, this came from a magazine. I used some green paint, and then I wrote on top of it. And this is a little die cut down here at the bottom. And then here on this side, I have some tags in here. Some collage tags that I can go back and I can use. And you can, these little things here, you can actually put a lot of different pictures in it, but I just put some tags in there on the side. So a tag that I made. Oops. Tag that I made here, and then and on this side I used like a map from a brochure that I got on the highway. And these came out of that brochure as well up in Tennessee. So it has Johnny Cash and Patsy Cline there. And I did some journaling. And then this page is kind of unfinished. It has some a comic strip here, but I can always go back, and then that's the end of that signature. And in the back pocket, I have a tag to write on. So like I said, this book is probably 99% complete. So I have like 1% that I'll probably be going back in and doing some stuff with. Okay, wait, let me pull this up some. Yeah, hold up. Ugh. There we go. Okay, so that's what the book looks like. And like I said, my intention, because of the way it's kind of grown, it's hard to show it on the camera. So I decided to kind of retire it from camera life. It's going into retirement. But then I have a new book that I'm going to be using. So before I show you the new book that I've already started using, I'm going to move a Woman Over. This is the last time y'all going to see Woman Overboard, y'all. I want y'all to give a homage and farewell to the Woman Overboard. She's going to be housed on the shelf from now on. It's been real and it's been fun, and the fat lady has kind of sung on this one. But I definitely enjoyed using this journal. I love this size journal. I love the size of the pages in here. All right, so let's move this out the way. And I want to say, y'all have over 20 of these journals right here. I got over 20 of these. I made these this summer. And so I just want to show you just a few of these. And then I'm going to show you the journal that I'm working in, because I actually made a prototype to these that I'm going to be working in. So, and I'm going to do this like super quick, but these are up in the shop right now. And this is number 6. If you're interested in these particular ones, they actually have a number. But like I said, there are 25 of these journals, and I call these my botanical beauties, and they're wraparound journals. And I made these with this beautiful, it's like seam binding, and I did like a ton of sewing on these. And I put like a little tag at the end, and I wanted this to wrap around really good, so that the recipient, if they wanted to put a lot of stuff in the book, that they could. And I put a pocket on the front, so you can see there's a pocket here, so you could take that out, and it has wonderful collaging and sewing and all kinds of stuff on here. And I added lots of tags in here as well. So these are the actual tags that we made together. And I put some beautiful dangliness at the top too. And then when you open it up, this is what they look like. And so it has like my little tag here in the back. And again, it's a soft cover, but it's really sturdy. This is not going to come loose. And I have a pocket here in the front with the tag, and also fabric. This is actual fabric here. And I always put vellum in here because I told y'all vellum adds class to your journal. That's why I say it adds class. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through of these. And it has, like I said, it has a lot of sewing in it. I used a variety of different types of papers in these. And I put some pockets in here and some additional journaling spots. So I have like a little booklet. All of the journals are kind of the same. So I'm just only going to show you really the inside of this one, because they're kind of made the same. And you can see all the interesting pages that are in here. And we got different parts that have some sewing as well. And then we have tags, lots of tags in this book. And it's like, I think it has just the right amount of pages in here that you can use. Got a journaling spot inside here. You can put anything you want. And when these go out, I actually add some additional ephemera to the books as well. And then here's another spot here that has tags. And I love these little books. That's a tuck spot right there. And then I'm going to show you the one that I'm using. I love these botanical cards, and I did some. These are actually, the sewing is actually around the perimeter on these. So it's not a copy. And has lots of journaling space. If all you wanted to do was just journal, you could do that. Or if you wanted to add ephemera, you could. And then I added some more pieces here too. Thank you, Erin. Erin says she loves my aesthetic. So I'm not going to show you the inside of the other ones, but I'll show you a few of the covers. Because like I said, they're all kind of the same. So this one, if you're interested in it, it's number 6. This one is number 2, and it has this yellow ribbon, and I'm just going to show you just the inside of the cover so you can see. Let's bring this down just a smidge. There we go. So you can get a good look at this. Let me straighten this up. Y'all, I can tell when the camera is not straight. So this is what it looks like on the inside of this one, and I'm not going to go through the pages, but it has tags throughout here as well. All right, so let's close you up. And this one is number 2, if anybody's interested in number 2. And then this one is number 21. I'm just going to go through a few more of these. I'll show you real quick the inside. So this is what the inside of this one looks like. And again, same thing, plenty of pages to write on and have fun. Y'all, and the covers feel so stinking nice. They are so soft and beautiful. All right, and then let's put this over. And this one is number 14. And that's what the cover looks like. And of course, it has the pockets on there. You're digging number 2, Miss Rodriguez. And then here we go. Y'all, look at the pretty pockets on these. They're so lovely. Even if I do say so myself. And I really wanted this to, I've been kind of like really waiting to be able to use my wraparound journal. Because I was like, I want to use one of these. This one is a number 13. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. This one that I just looked through, this is number 14. And so, Kaleidoscope, wait, hold on, Kaleidoscope. I'm going to answer your question in a second. So, this one is number 13. And this is the inside here. If you all go to the actual listings, they have like all the dimensions in there, but I will tell you what the size is because a few people asked about the size of these. Let's see. I'll just take out. Okay, so the size, where's my glasses at? Because y'all know I can't see. Y'all asking me questions. So it's about 5 inches wide by 8 inches long, and the pages are on the inside. Let's go on the inside of this one. So it's like 5 by 8. And on the inside here, the pages themselves, 7 inches long by, and the width is a little over 4 inches, about 4 1/4, almost 4.5 inches, if that answers your question. So Kaleidoscope says, when you measure your page sizes, do you measure it a little smaller than the covers? Actually, with these, I didn't really have to. Well, that's a hard question, y'all. That's a really hard question for me because I don't remember exactly how I did it. In this case, because I did it in the summertime when I did these, but I don't remember, to be honest with you. I don't remember. I'm just gonna say it's not that I don't want to answer your question, but you kind of have to test things, and that's what I did when I made these. I kind of tested things out, and then I was able to do it for all of them. Okay, so this is the one that I made for myself. So this is the one that I'm going to be working in. Let me move these over here because they're taking up my light. And this was the prototype for those particular journals. So the ones that I made to actually put up in the shop, they're actually better than this one, if you can believe that. But what I wanted to do was, because those have like the pockets on the front and everything, but this one I did kind of the same. I wanted it to be a wraparound, and I did like a collage with mixed with fabrics and laces and wonderful images and things like that. So you can tell the wraparound doesn't go around as much as it did with those. And this is what it looks like on mine. It's got the wonderful. All the pockets are fabric. And then I have a tag here, and I'll show you what I've done so far so you can see. This one doesn't have like the tag pockets, a lot of tag pockets like I did with those. And of course I added my vellum, because y'all know I like my vellum. My vellum, it adds class. That's my thing. It adds class, y'all. And of course I did lots of sewing. So I've already started working in this book. So this is a tuck spot, and and since this is a wraparound journal, I still wanted to do like some tabs. So I put my tabs at the top. So I started putting tabs at the top. Here's a washi tape page that I've already done. And I used some vellum stickers. These are the botanical vellum stickers that are up in the shop, and also mushroom vellum stickers. Y'all, look how pretty this came out. I'm going to do a close-up. I think I posted up a picture. I did this morning, so I posted up a picture of these over in the junk journal group. Look at that. Y'all, that came out so nice. I love that effect. It came out beautiful. All right, let me just go back out a look, just a tad. Just a tad. There we go. Hey, it came all the way back in. Why are you playing with me? And then here, I made a pocket here. So you all will see like a full flip through. Again, I've already started working on these, and I've done it on the live stream over on the Patreon channel. I have some spots here for tags. I haven't filled them with tags yet. And then here's a card. So I just want to give y'all kind of a flip through. So here's a page that I did already. And I added this. This is just a loose envelope. I haven't put anything in there yet, because I just do things in pieces. I think this morning I did this page. I did the washi tape page. Yeah, I don't even remember. And I think I did this tag this morning. And there's a tab up here. I did that with some trash. And the rest of the pages are a blank, I believe. Oh, this one's a pocket as well. Doesn't have anything in it just yet. It has lots of journaling space in it, just like the other one. So if you want to work with me in this, you can pick up your junk journal. Again, I have quite a few of these left up. Some of them were purchased when I first made them, and I still have quite a few of those as well. So let me go back through the actual chitty chat and see what I missed, because I know y'all probably asked some questions, and you probably said I want you to answer my question. Okay, I'm still reading. I'm in silence reading, so don't go nowhere. So Nettie says, I guess junk journaling is helping her cabin fever, because I know in most places it is a winter time where you all are at. And you're talking about some embossed pages. I don't have any embossed pages, so I can't really give y'all embossed advice, because y'all, I'm still new to embossing. Y'all, my mouth is dry. Hold on. Hello, Ishmael. Thanks for joining us tonight. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, Erin says she loves the black paint. I love using the black paint. I should just do a journal that just has black paint and black pages in it. I think I would like that. Yeah, I'm almost at the end. Yeah, bye bye, Woman Overboard. Bye bye, Woman Overboard journal. I hope y'all enjoyed the flip through. Y'all have to make sure to please give this video a thumbs up. We're trying to get the video to 1,000 likes. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, I think I'm all the way at the end now. Brenda said out of these journals she couldn't fit she would never be able to figure out like which one would be her favorite. Girl, I gets it. I gets it. So you can always head over to pleasantcreations.com. Each one has its own listing, so you can check out more details on these in the description. And you can join me over on the Patreon page as well because y'all, I come on every morning, and even though I'm up seriously early on the Patreon channel, you don't have to be because all those videos are up for replay, but you have to be a member on Patreon, and there are different levels of the over on Patreon, but you can check that out as well. I try to add as much extra content as I can and add as much extra value as I can. Although I'm still putting up plenty of content. Yeah, we're over 500 videos over here on the YouTube channel, so you can always binge watch over here as well. But if you want more, come on over to the Patreon channel. And there you can pick up rewards. I actually have a podcast going over there called the L3 Podcast, where I'm just kind of chit chatting about life and fun cussing. So y'all can check that out. It's called L3 Podcast. And the only place you can listen to it right now is over on Patreon. And right now, all of the episodes of the L3 Podcast are available to all the Patreons. But as of February 1st, I will begin archiving the L3 Podcast. So you'll only be able to hear the latest one. And then after a few days, it will be archived. But there's a level for that too, but you can check all that out on your own. I don't want to chit chat on that. So if you all don't have any more questions, I'm just going to wait for Nettie asked about the After Dark. So I believe we're going to be doing the After Dark on Friday. I still have to talk to Bobby, but I think we're going to do it this Friday. And it'll be from 9 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern. We're going to drop out after 2 hours because the first one we did, we were on for like 4 hours and it was like we were at the club. So for those of you who don't know what the After Dark is, we created kind of a girls' night, or guys, because we got guys in here too, and this is for adults only, and it's called Creating After Dark. So if you head over to Junk Journal Buddies, you can get more details on that. And you don't have to be a part of Junk Journal Buddies to come to the Creating After Dark, and we're going to be having that once a month. And so for this month, it will be this Friday again at 9 o'clock. Oh, Brenda says it's her wedding anniversary. Oh, I'm sorry, Brenda. We have to do it this week because we need to do our January one. We don't have that all set up. Bobby is doing fantastic. I need to call her. She was sending me messages while I was asleep last night. I was like, you know how you get those notifications and they wake you up? I was like, girl, what is you doing? Stop sending me messages. I can't even read them. I don't have my glasses on. But she's doing fine. Still working on her basement. So if you all haven't been over to her channel, it's Bobby Dominic Art. And she is actually building her her crafting studio from nothing, from her basement. So I think it's cool to kind of watch how things progress. So she every now and then she'll post up a video over there. So that'll be kind of cool. So y'all have any more questions for me? Remember, you can head over to Junk Journal Buddies at the Facebook group as well. And you can share some of your junk journal-ness too. I really enjoyed sharing the Woman Overboard with you all. But like I said, she's retiring from from being a public figure. And so now I have my botanical beauty that I'm working in right now. All right, you all, I am going to go ahead and shove off. It was really exciting to share with you all. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you all later. So with that, I'm going to say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet Lotus Blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. 1,000 thumbs up, everybody. Good night.